What's going on, guys? It's Asian Rule. This is a COD4 gameplay. I'm using the AK, but this is not what I'm talking about here. This is just a video saying, hey, we are losing a legend. As I'm sure most of y'all have heard by now, Hutch is leaving Machinima and pretty much all but leaving YouTube altogether. And first of all, I'd like to say that Hutch is pretty much the reason why I got into YouTube. Um, if it wasn't for Hutch, I probably would have never even watched YouTube. I got into YouTube, during the Modern Warfare 2 era. I was a avid Halo 2 player. There was a lot of Halo 2 montages and all that. So, one day I decided I was gonna Google, some Modern Warfare 2 montages, and well, I found a few and all this, and even if I'm pretty sure I probably found some from Hutch. And then I ran into a video where it was not a montage; it was someone talking, someone talking over a commentary, and I was like, first thought in my mind, who is this sexy, sexy man? No, I mean, I just thought, hey, this is different. This is something that I've never heard before, and maybe I should listen to some more. So I looked at it, I looked at some of the other videos. I was like, this is, this guy's legit. This is different. Um, and needless to say that I got into it and eventually, found all these different, commentators, machinima, and subscribed and this, that, and the other. And then I got into it myself, and then my computer crapped out. And now I'm back. But anyway, so the bottom line that I see is that, YouTube itself is going to be different without Hutch. He, honestly, I feel like he is I don't want to say the centerpiece, but he pretty much is. I know you talk to most commentators out there, and they'll tell you, "Hey, who's the the old who are some of the old commentators?" You'll hear C Nanners, Grizz, T Martin, whatever, and then you'll be like, "Yeah, actually, Hutch. Everybody knows Hutch." And it's just, I don't know, I can't really explain it, but he did something for us on a different level. If it wasn't for him, who knows what would be going on. He's got so many different things going for him. But one thing I just want to address here is that I know a lot of people out there are upset with him, saying, "How could you just up and leave us? How could you do that?" And yeah, I kind of understand that because, yes, he is leaving, but at the same time, you don't know why he's leaving. For all you know, he could just be, he could have a family emergency, or he could not be, he could have a health problem, or, he could just be done with it. He could be done with YouTube. Because, I'm sure most of you realize by now that most of the people on this, in this community, really, this community itself has become very cutthroat. Um, and because of that, it's causing problems, and there's a lot of drama, and I'm pretty sure probably that leads into Hutch's decision to just be done with it. Especially on such a on the large scale that he is in, being a top machinima commentator, he has to, I'm sure he has to deal with shit a lot. And I'm sure it's not something, it's definitely not something I'd just sit there and deal with every day. But he did, for years. And as much as I have to say, hey, I'm going to miss him, YouTube's not the same without him, I can't be angry with him for leaving. Because regardless of the reason why he's leaving, is the fact that it's his choice, He has to do what he has to do, whether it be because he's just done with it or whatever. He's got to do what he's got to do. And no one can tell him otherwise. I know he's good friends with CNanners and Fwiz and all that, but I'm sure they couldn't convince him to stay in. I'm sure they didn't even try to. I'm sure he explained to them why he's leaving and they understood it. Or maybe they didn't. He may have just said, "Hey, I'm leaving. Thanks for being my friends for all these years and have a good life." But, that being said, I'm sure he's not just like saying, "Hey, thanks for everything. Bye." And not going to talk to them ever again. They're his friends. I'm sure he will talk to some people. I'm sure it's going to be different, obviously, because he's not going to be going to Machinima every day. But, like I said, the bottom line is I think everyone should just be happy that we had him, and we have to say, goodbye. But, that being said, this was a Modern Warfare 2, a COD4 gameplay, and if you like the video,